Hello everyone, Phoenix61 here, and it is World of Warships Legends Update Day for Halloween 2024, right? Alright, so when you first sign in, you'll see the, classic annoying pop-up message that says the update is here, right? But we will dive into just some of just what's kind of new on the surface here, and then I will probably start playing the game later today. But there is a new calendar event, and most days look like they award you 50 of the new. There's the Halloween currency for this time around is shadow coins. Looks like row 2, week 2, you'll get some doubloons. But like there was one day in here that didn't give you shadow coins. I was like, aw. I bet you there was like some sort of play on like, okay, we gave them too many freebies in the calendar, and that's going to translate to some sort of weird math to try and get you to spend real money in the store, right? To buy, because you can buy for doubloons more shadow coins, and of course the Halloween pumpkin quote-unquote crates, right? But the end ultimate reward for the calendar event is a commander guise. So just keep that in mind. That is not a commander, it's just a guise. It's just a layover, voiceover, blah blah blah, right? And then the next big thing is going to be the actual Halloween event. So this is 3 weeks long, right? So this is going to be like the same length that the calendar event is, right? 20 days it shows on here. And this one, it does look like you're getting, for your first win, you're getting some more shadow coins, right? And then so you can tab over to the different ships information, right? And then the bumpers tab over to easy, normal, hard, insane mode, difficulty modes for what you would get for rewards. The interesting one here, if you haven't played these, this is all going to be new, right? But there's some interesting things here with specifically the cruiser. It has this fiery explosion consumable option, which basically any ship that you've lit on fire, you then use that consumable and then they explode. I don't think it like deletes them, but I think it like does big chunky damage. Of course, I'm going to do some playing of this tonight, so yeah. And then if I get time, we'll post gameplay videos of the Halloween event too. Does look like on hard mode you can get the tier 4 British battleship, the Queen Mary. There are some, it looks like just based on the little thumbnail there, that the Halloween 2024 camo might actually look kind of cool. It looks like a reddish, orangish kind of thing going on for it, right? The other currency looking thing in there that you get for rewards are like that like red gem looking thing with the like gold outside. Those are like commander currencies that's like specific for the event, so you can upgrade the commander for your ships when you're like playing that specific event. I'll go in there and show those off what they are, just like very briefly in the ship choices, right? So there also is a sorry bundle today. They took the servers offline this morning because there was an issue with purchasing the new Pan-European tech tree line. So get your sorry bundle, you'll get a couple of goodies there, and then of course always go and grab your freebie daily bundle, right? When I was looking at like this page, like I'm like, man, like nothing, like there's a lot of money, there's a lot of doubloons spending that could be done like every update, right? There is an insignia in here, so I always like scroll through some of these. You can get an insignia for 70,000 global XP. I didn't buy it here. I'm actually a little bit low because I did buy a ship recently, and I've been spending my global XP here and there randomly, right? As opposed to I'm usually a hoarder when it comes to that. But yeah, you can see this haunted supplies bundle, 45,000 doubloons, right? That's like basically $150 the bundle right there. But you get a bunch of the shadow coins, and so I'll show what you can buy with the shadow coins, right? But you get a lot here. So I think like there's a lot that you can. There's going to be choices here. 45 of the Halloween crates. So I gotta look and see. We'll take a peek at what the rewards are for the Halloween crates. So yeah, so here's the 2024 ones. It's a pumpkin, and we'll see what you can. All right, so credits, Commander guises, Halloween camos, global XP, promotion orders. There's some ship skins. We'll take a peek at those in this. I think they're in the store as well, that you could just outright buy them for the shadow coins. And then Shornhurst 43 is a 5% drop here. If you already own a ship, commander geist, or a skin that can be dropped from if you already own one, they'll be taken out of the loot pool, so you get ones that you don't have, which is nice. I like that they do that. And then yeah, here's there's ships that you can outright get for the shadow coins. So this is nice because I'm gonna guess, I'm not gonna do all the math here, right? Because there's so many ways you can get these shadow coins, but I'm gonna guess that if you're interested in one of these, you could probably get it for free if you can grind through the event. And I even saw some shadow coins in the for the free to play campaign too. Blazing Dread. So this looks like a Suja, right? So very similar, if not the same. Sometimes they just slightly modify the stats. But yeah, so Japanese cruiser. It looks, and it's very Japanese cruisery looking when it comes to the layout. And then Leviathan. This is an American battleship tier 6. I think this is, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I'm guessing it's very similar to the North Carolina, would be my guess. But looks pretty cool. This, some of these, I don't know if this counts, but the little more extreme, sci-fi type skins, right? You can always disable those if you don't like seeing other people have them. But so I'll scroll through the stats on each of these just very, very quickly, just because there's so much to cover today. So if you're interested in one of those, you'll have to time your pause button really quickly, right? You can get the Arc Royale basically. So this is the premium tier 5 British carrier. And so I scrolled through it here. This is what it looks like. And I was like, oh wait, why isn't this Halloween themed, right? And there is a skin that you'll get with it, right? So so if you wanted to, you could equip the Halloween skin, yes or no, right? So yeah, but there's that. So that looks pretty cool, right? Tier 5 British carrier, you do you. Rasputin is, so this one is from, I think from last year, I think this is the same exact thing. You could get this last year for the Halloween event, but it's a tier 5 Soviet, right, Russian battleship. I think it's basically the Ismail with slightly, potentially slightly modified stats. I'm not going to go compare and contrast, but yeah, if you're interested in the stats, you can just put pause when you need to, right? But yeah, I don't think there's anything crazy. No, honestly, there's nothing crazy special about any of these, right? You really have to love how it looks, to be honest, or if you need a premium, right, at one of those levels. And then there's all the new Commander guises that I think those are included in the loot pool for the containers, right? So you'd maybe want to play through things and get as many freebie containers, see if there's some in the campaign or whatever. But and then these are just skins, right? So these are just camos that are Halloween themed for these ships. So just keep that in mind. Nothing, it's not even a new ship, right? So if 5,000 doubloons gets you a permanent camo, right? That's just, themed for the current Halloween event, right? So you gotta want it. You gotta like the look, basically there. So I'm not sure if those are. It's always hard to tell which specific camos were included in the Halloween bundle, but some of these might be too as well, right? So you just have to keep that in mind. This Montana one's actually pretty cool. This has the I don't know, snake eye face, right? So I'll zoom in on it here once we scroll around. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The eyeballs move, right? That's got to be worth 5,000 doubloons, right? So yeah, well, look at there's got two sets of eyes on each side of his face too, and they're blinking and moving and looking, and the teeth are moving up and down too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I gotta give it that, right? I don't play Montana enough to warrant me buying. That's my problem. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's really cool. I just don't play Montana enough. And then these these camos here you can buy for the shadow coins, and I don't know if these are last year's or if they're just they look similar to, I don't know, last year's might have been red for the Iowa, I can't remember, but like yeah, they look similar to what we've seen in the past for some of the Halloween stuff. So pretty cool. So at least that way you know if you're interested in this, you can get these potentially free, right? If you're doing the calendar event, doing the Halloween game mode, right? Like you could load up on some of these for free. I'm gonna guess, right? You could get there pretty easily. But if you want everything, I'm sure if you want everything, you're gonna have to spend some doubloons, right? So yeah, so a couple of these I have already from last year. So these guys, so if you played last year's event, you might have gotten some of these. I don't think I have this guy. Yeah, this one I don't have. These are Japanese and the Pan-Asian. So there's a couple different countries you could put these guys on, but they do have these bonuses now. So like for Mary J. East River, right, get 30 ribbons and you'll get a global XP bonus. Here's one thing that I am kind of excited about here too. So this, like, there are so many places to spend these shadow coins, but like now the bundle is not doubloons, right? Like that was the last couple times they've done these, the non-random bundles, right? It's the shadow coins, right? So you could, I don't know how I have 1,000. Did I get some from that Sorry package? Probably. But yeah, so you could get these, you could progress through here, but it's all crates. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Excuse me. Sorry if you've got headphones on. Golden Pumpkin here. So I think this is one. This one awards you doubloons guaranteed, I think. Let's go. Let's see. I was like, why didn't I see this right away? Yeah, because I thought it would be listed under new, but I think they had this. They must have had this previous year, so it's like down here, and you got to find it here. But here's all of the freaking crates, right? So many crates. Multiple Santa crates. Alright, let me know if you see it, because I'll totally hear you say it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Golden Pumpkin. It looked like a different color. Okay. Yeah, so 100% you'll get 1,250 doubloons. Right? So, and you get 3 of those. So that's like, that would cover your Admiralty backing and then some. Right? If you wanted to free to play the campaign, right? Like, like you could, but then you'd be spending all of your shadow coins, right? That does have the very, very tiny chance for the super prize, which is the 100,000 doubloons, right? 0.1% chance, not even a percent chance, okay? To get 100,000 doubloons. But we all love to gamble with it, right? So you can go in and spend your shadow coins to get, you would get, if you took this path, that's quite a few, because that's you got to add up, right? So 500, 3,500, 5,000, 6,500, and then another 3,000 at the end. Like, that's going to be a lot. I don't know if this is where it's going to be tough to get, you're going to have to decide what you want for free versus if you have to have it, you'll end up having to, like, pay for it, right? As always, you can buy some camos and stuff. So keep in mind, with all these events like this, every time the event currency does not carry over to next year, right? Like, they change the currency name for the next year, so you always want to spend, before the event ends, you want to make sure you spend those shadow coins, right? So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so these, like, haunted supplies, like, you get some crates and some, like some of those are probably okay deals, but like when you convert doubloons to real cash, it's like, that's kind of a lot, right? So I was like scrolling through, like, just to make sure that there wasn't anything that you could buy for like global XP. So it's like sometimes they'll do like a crate or two you can get for like global XP, right? I like it when they like give you those somewhat free-ish freebie ones, and then so I'm gonna take a look. I know I'm like kind of jumping around here, but we'll take a look at the ships that you can play for the Halloween event, because I was like, I gotta go and look at those, because that's what I'm gonna be probably doing today, as I like procrastinate for real life work. I mean, I only play during my breaks, guys. Groove Whisper. So Here's the, like, so there's basically, these are commanders for the event only, but then they're going to be a guise, you know, for your regular gameplay, right? You have to do that. So, yeah, so they're different there. But this is what it costs these soul spheres to upgrade your commanders here. And then I won't go through each of their perks, but they're always going to be, they're always pretty good, right? Like, it's always like stuff that you're like, damn, like if that was in real life, you know, if that was in standard game mode, that'd be insane, right? But like, I do like that this legendary one, they actually list out what the buffs are here. So like 10%, up to 10% more max HP, shell damage, right? Like that's good. Like I think last year they were like really general with what that legendary perk even did, and I was like, I don't know what this is doing, but I'm picking it, right? But yeah, some of those things are cool. Like they're, you know, ship launch torpedoes while you're undetected, do more damage. Like some of that stuff is some of that's pretty cool. And then so I'm gonna just take a peek at the consumables, because this is where it's really mixed up here. So going cloak, engine boost, and then instant reload, right? And you notice you get unlimited of these. So the thing is going to be like your cooldown timing, right? When you're playing these game modes. This is the cruisers where they've really mixed it up. This anti-guidance system, that's from last year too, but where basically you let like very, you know, nerfs incoming damage, like you get, everybody misses you while that's going on, right? But then this fiery explosion one is pretty freaking cool. Like consumes fires on enemy ships within a radius, dealing massive damage for each fire consumed. That's pretty cool. The problem here is, if you played the cruiser last year during the Halloween event, there's another option in here, which is this inversion charge, and that was like a necessity, because that was your only way to like heal your ship, and you needed to heal your ship quite a bit, right? So this is gonna be tough, like, right? Like I'm gonna want to use that explosive thing, but like you're gonna need this one to heal your ship, right? So I don't know, you might get into the later difficulties and have to use the healing one. Who knows? We'll see. I'll play around with it, right? And then radar too, you get sonar or radar. I would probably recommend the radar. Gets 20 kilometer range, lasts 45 seconds. Like, I don't know yet because I haven't played, but that's kind of last year how it worked. Like, you relied on cruisers to like use that radar range and pick people up because their concealment's pretty wicked. And then the battleship, right? You get this, restores ship's HP and reactivates all ally shields. And then this shockwave launches a circular wave that destroys all enemy torpedoes and deals damage to enemy ships. So that's pretty cool. That will be fun to play with, right? So it's similar to Halloween events in the past. And then it does look like after this Halloween event is over, they're bringing back for 2 weeks the Halloween event from last year as well. So be able to play last year's also. And then last but not least, we'll take a quick peek at the Navarin, right? I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but this is a pretty cool Soviet battleship, because you're going to want to do a secondary battery build with this, right? So this ship was on, you could test it a few weeks back. It was available to pay some doubloons to test it, and I kind of wish I didn't, but it's good. Like, I like the ship. Whether or not I'm going to get, I might, we'll see. But where it's at is going to be the secondary batteries. I do have a few videos. I think I have at least one video that I put in my my community section, so go look for that post. I reposted it basically, but I did pretty decent with it when I had it for test, right? 75% win rate. I played 20 battles, 115. So that's not half bad. It's fun. It's not I would say it's not a must-have, right? So if you like brawling secondary builds at tier 8 and you need a tier 8 premium, then this could be the ship for you, right? Classic Soviet citadel, right? Nice big long citadel, you know, from turret to turret like always, right? That's sticking above the waterline, so keep that in mind. You can go down pretty quick. You can take some pretty big hits with this ship. And then Admiralty back in, I went and poked my head in here. So there is a bunch of shadow coins in here, so you'd get 4,000 total. I'll take a quick peek after this. And then, yeah, 3 more Halloween crates, a few doubloons, a few premium days, and then your sort of booster classic stuff that you would get, right? And then, of course, you'd get the ship, the Navarin. This might be one of those ones where I'm just like more interested in some of the other things that you get along the way, such as the shadow coins, right? So yeah, here you could see like you'd get some shadow coins for free, right, if you didn't do admiralty backing along the way, and then you're getting, yeah, so like 150 here and there, and then you'd get another 250 of them as you, like, you know, if you had admiralty backing. So these are, you see these in a few spots here, so that's something to just keep in mind. But of course with admiralty backing, they always tease you with like a few doubloons back, right, like 750. It's like, well, then why just make it, you know, 2,000, right? But yeah, anyway, so that's going to be our video for this morning, guys. Thanks for watching and tuning in. I'm gonna go back to this Blazing Dread. I'm interested in this just because I like the Suja, but the problem is then it's still just a Suja, right? Like, it's not really any different than that ship other than the looks of it, right? So I'll have to kind of, you know, keep that in mind, right? When you buy one of these, that's not too much different than a any other regular, you know, than the regular variant of it. But yeah, make sure you are following the channel. We're doing Legends videos most days, right? So we'll put a new video out pretty much every day, at least every weekday, I think, right? Something good's happening, right? Really do appreciate that. And yeah, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.